everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Transformers Masterpiece MPG-06 trainbot Kaen. You know, the last of the trainbots. You can see him there in front of the box. We'll go ahead and put him off the side real quick. And yep, yeah, you can see right here, his box. You got Kaen in both the train mode and his robot mode. You got the MPG logo, Takara Tomy, and we got to get used to that one because we're not liking the regular MP mode logo much longer. Yeah, MPG-06 and a bunch of the Japanese one stuff. And up here, you got Transformers MPG. On the side, you have a nice shot of Kaen in his train mode. On this side, you have Kaen in his robot mode. On the bottom, you have some warnings and copyrights and whatnot, and ages 15 and up. And on the back here, you have a whole bunch of product shots, including, hey, look, there's a whole group. Here's what's included in this box. And hey, look, here's the complete Gatai mode and all that stuff. And yeah, he's a DE10 diesel train engine. But that's not the only box, because yeah, that box actually comes in. Let's see, I'm not sure this is how all this is going to work because it's the massive box. This thing. So, yeah, getting back here, yeah, you can see the MPG. This is the MPG-06 box, which is, well, basically a box set box for the entirety of MPG Raiden. You can see Trainbot Raiden. You can see all 6 of them. You know, Shoki, Getsue, Yukikaze, Suiken, Seizan, Kaen. Yeah, all inside this box, which is massive. It also not only just contains that little thing, but also contains another under box, which has a bunch of the extra accessories, which I'll get into in a little bit. But the big thing about this box, and also the cool thing, yeah, you got up here, you can see the whole lineup right here, like this. I kind of got it wrong. I got one of the lineups wrong, but whatever. Is that whole thing on that side. On this side, I'm not sure how this is gonna. Yeah, you have a nice close-up of Raiden. On this side, you have another close-up of Raiden, although, yeah, this is going to be difficult. Hold on. Yeah, you can see that. On the bottom, you have what's included. On the bottom, you have what's included, and go, there's, hey, look, there's Raiden, there's what's included, there's the individual trains, and of course, on the back, well, there's actually nothing. It's just black. It's just black thing. But the other cool thing, and again, this is going to be really difficult to film, so bear with me. Yeah, opening this up, which, you know, kind of a nice, satisfying thoop. Yeah, get all that. Now, the cool thing about this, I'm going to put a bit of an angle. Hopefully this will... Yeah, there we go. That will work. The cool thing is this is designed to carry all the boxes. You got, you know, so you got Kaen over here. Of course, there's Seizan. And Suiken. The box was slid down. Stay. And Yukikaze, if the box will actually cooperate, it's supposed to fit, and I don't know why it's not fitting now. There we go. And that did not want to go in there. There's Yukikaze. Let's get Sue. And of course, the first one, which is Shoki. Yeah, those boxes all fit in there. You can see that. They all fit inside that big box, which is pretty cool. So it's basically, yeah, a pseudo box set. I'm not sure if they're actually going to release an actual multi-$100 box set, but this might be the closest you'll get. So if you're one of those people who really likes box sets, this is your only chance. Also, at this point, this is a Takara Tomy Mall exclusive, so you know. They got all that, and yeah, that's now going away because holy crap. There. Now that's fully loaded and good on that front. Now, there's also included in the box will be, of course, the instructions, which are pretty straightforward, actually. Kaen is not exactly super difficult to transform in the slightest. You got that. You got Kaen's little bio card, you know, cool thing. You know, got the art there, which is nice. And hey, look on the back, you have a bio and tech specs. And also, yeah, I think this is only the 6S version. You get the Raiden's bio card with a nice bit of artwork there. And of course, bio and tech specs. So there you go on that front. So Kaen. Let's bring this down a little bit. Kaen is a diesel DE10 train. You can see he is nice. Yeah, he's nice. Nice train. Whoops, brought that. Yeah. Getting close a little bit. You can see some orange and lots of orange and white striping. Got a DE10 1573. You got the gray up here. You got some like ventilation here for the engine because this is like all engine right here. Yeah, and it's diesel. You got the cab right there where you look out. Those windows, the translucent windows, right there. You got all these little guards, guardrails. DE10 again on the back there, and on the front, and the little headlights on both the front and the back because it can go either way. And there's a little faux chain there. Of course, you got the little bits there. And of course, here's the bottom. Pretty clean little bottom, with the silver train wheels. And there you go. So, yep, that's Kaen. There's a couple accessories, of course. One of them being the track. It's just a single piece right now. And on the bottom, hey, look, you can store away the beam saber. Definitely not a lightsaber thing. You got to separate it out though. This part's a little bit, yeah. You can see all that stuff. Yeah, the beam saber. It comes in a singular thing like this in the box. So you separate that, unpeg that, and then store that away. Yeah, see the little peg. You have to put on the peg first and then clip it in. Same thing with the saber. Well, there's no peg, but yeah, you slot that in there and then clip it in back here like that. And of course, yeah, Kaen can just go on the train track like so. Line it all up. Yeah, and you go on there. We'll train, roll line there. Actually rolls pretty smoothly. And of course, yeah, as always, fully compatible with all the other tracks. Well, yeah, because they all can connect together. I'm not going to show the whole thing here. I'll show it a little bit later, but yeah. If it's actually go over it, geez. This does not want to attach. There we go. Yeah, I can also, I can go on there like that. There you go. That's an accessory. Comes with. It also comes with this little accessory. It's a little gray plate with an Autobot symbol on it, and that that's straight up just tabs in right here. What you do is you bring this down a little bit and then get this out of the way, so then this can hook underneath and tab in like that. And now you cool. You got the Autobot logo on the front if you want. If you want to do things like that, you can have the Autobot symbol right there like that. You can also leave that there the whole time if you want. You also have the gun, which, it's the only reason I'm bringing it up here is because, there's a storage place in vehicle mode, but it's a pain in the butt. So you have to take that gun here and separate it into 3 different pieces, right? You have to take it, separate into 3 different pieces, take the barrel off, take the back of the gun off, take the barrel and the back of the gun, you peg those together, one piece. And the problem is where you have to put this piece right here is such a pain in the butt to get to, because you have to untransform it quite a bit. You have to undo this and bring this out and then bring this, unclip that and bring that down so you can hopefully get this part undone properly, because it's, I can never quite get this. I complained about this in the transformation video too, but I can never quite get the proper alignment so you can, because you're supposed to also get this part. There we go. Get that undone right here. Bring this back right here, and then so you can open this up and then open that up, and then finally right there, that's where the gun stores, in here. And you just take the gun here and you tab it in, and hopefully, you take the gun and tab that in. Come on. Cooperates with you. Yeah. You have to tab that in, and then of course, collapse it all back up, right? Collapse that all back up and close this. Yeah. Collapse that up, close this back up, and bring this back up and in, and bring that up and tab that back in, and bring this back around and close this up and peg that back in, and that's one part. That's one part you got to do. And as for this other part of the gun, it's actually pretty straightforward. It's this little peg right here will go into a little hole up in the front of the engine, and then it'll kind of hook on the back. Kind of. It doesn't hook on super securely, but if you get it, you have to kind of let it push it in, and then you have to let it fall backwards, and then you can do this, and it'll be fine. But if you jostle it around too much, it will very much just fall out, which is really annoying. So yay on that. So there's that, but yeah, it's just a little annoying. Now, a couple of accessories it comes with are the 2 stands, one for the train and robot modes, and one for the combined mode. Now, to attach this is actually also pretty straightforward. What you do here is, well, you undo this part right here. You have to get this out of the way a little bit. Then you have to, once again, there that came out. You have to unpeg this part too and bring this out and around so you can. That's not what you want to do this. So you can then open this up right here. You open that up right there, and then this right here, they slide this in. Make sure the peg right here goes first, so it slides in like that, and then you can go ahead and close this all up and bring this back around and peg that back in. All that stuff. Now that's the thing right here. Now to show it off. Now to go over the other accessories that comes with it. Words. Okay, so that's all the accessories that comes with the regular version. Now, if you get the S version, the 6S, you also get a display stand base, because, that's, of course, the thing you can do right there. Just, get this display stand base and put it together and all that stuff, however you want to do that. You get 6 display stand arms. You get 2 of the large ones, which are for Shoki and Yukikaze. You get 2 of these, and of course, either of those can go on to one of this thing, of course. Go on this thing if you want, or there it is. If you have Shoki Yukikaze, you of course take in do this like you could before, like that, and you get 4 of the smaller ones, which are for the other 4 train bots. These are the 4 smaller ones, and of course any of these can peg onto the other train pieces, like that. Like so, and then this can go on like that, and hey, look, now you got a flying train thing, like so. And the other, of course, the last piece that comes with it, this is for the combined mode as well, which is, this is a chromed version of the sword that came with, I think it was Seizon. Yeah, Seizon. Chromed version of it. Instead of translucent blue, it's chromed. So that's your that's the extra pieces right there. I'll kind of bring those back in a little bit. Yeah. So those are the extra bits. Get that off and pull that out. If you didn't actually have to do that whole thing, I forgot. Yeah, you don't have to do that whole thing. Like that, and so comparison real quick, because we're going to do this comparison to all the rest of the train bots. We're finally getting the full group shot in. Here's Shoki. Here's Getsue. Here's Yukikaze. Here's Suiken. Front part all messed up because of course it is. And here's Seizon. And there's the entire group. Now, if I did my job correctly, you'll also see me. You'll see a shot of them all hooked up. You're going to be seeing a shot of them all hooked up on the rails, on the rails and everything. All connected on the rails in one long shot, because I can't do it here because this table's too long. You'll see it all. Also see the big old long shot of them all connected to their flight stands and flying and everything, which was a very huge pain in the butt to set up, and I'm never doing it again. That was hard to lined up, because you have to get all the stands exactly positioned perfectly for it to work. Otherwise, it's like, oh, fun. Even that is kind of very tenuous. So there you go. There's there's all of them in their train modes together, and yep. So that's Kaen's train mode. So we'll go ahead and transform him into robot mode. So yeah, Kaen's robot mode you see here, he's very kind of, well, squat. He is very stumpy and chunky, and I like it. He's actually, and this is very much a common opinion, I think he is the best of the 6 trainbots. Yeah, after having gotten him and played with him a bit, yeah, he's definitely, I feel, the best of the 6 overall. Yeah, so getting in a little close real quick, just, you know, not there. There. Yeah, you can see his head. You know, he got a silver face, he got blue eyes, he got a very boxy kind of thing around his head, but his head itself is actually kind of, the helmet around his head is kind of more roundish. You know, he's got mostly the kind of gunmetals and oranges and stuff, and bits of gray and silver here and there, but yeah, you know, throughout the thing, you got nice bit of detail there, makes him wide. He's got very wide forearms, nice little detailing in there. You got his gray crotch piece, of course you got the black bit right there, which is for the combined mode. I wish that like folded or something, you know, did something to get out of the way. You got some, you know, black, and then you got the gunmetal and the gray and the orange, and the feet made of train bits. And yeah, he's got a backpack. It's actually fairly thin though. You can see it's not really a huge backpack, but they all have backpacks, and that's kind of part of what they're supposed to. They're supposed to. So it's like one of those weird things. Like, yeah, people complain about the backpacks because they don't know they're supposed to be there, at least according to the design. So, you know, anyway, yeah. So yeah, he looks really good, and he's yeah, I think he's the best of the bunch. Only thing is like his legs. You know, you can't bring him to a fully in because the legs are too wide to be able to load the knee. But yeah, of course, his gun here, once you reform it after storing it, you know, being stored away, of course, you can fit in his hand just fine. It's, you know, just a tab and slot like usual when it comes to official masterpiece. Yeah, you got all that stuff going on. He's got hands very similar to Shoki's. His thumb can't fully close up around the gun. But yeah, there's all that stuff. This plate right here, you kind of have to remove if you want to do the transformation because it gets in the way of things. And also trying to reattach it's kind of a pain in the butt in robot mode, so I don't bother. But you can. I'm not going to, but you can. Yeah, tab it back in there and everything. I'd have to undo all this stuff, and it's like, ugh. Just ugh. Yeah, one other cool thing is the beam weapon. You know, you can, you know, take that and peg that in. It's got multiple handles on it. There's a little tab right here. That's for Kaen to hold. I believe, yeah. Yeah. So getting in there. Yeah, you can hold the beam, the not lightsaber. Although it's kind of big for him, but you can hold it, which is pretty neat. So you got all that stuff going on right there. Yeah. Overall, pretty darn good robot. Again, I feel he is the best of the 6 of them. And yeah, overall. So, posability. His head is can swivel left and right. Is a little bit forward and back just because of the platforms on, but it feels like it's going to stress things if I keep pushing it. So yeah, pretty much got a swivel there. You got a full rotation at the shoulders, you know, right there. You got outward right there, goes pretty far, all the way out there. You got a bicep swivel. Hand that came out of the hand. You got bicep swivel. You got the elbows, which bend that far. The wrists can swivel. And, you know, it's part of the transformation. So yeah, they can swivel a bit. Also, you can see the little Autobot symbol in the hand itself, although it's kind of covered up all that stuff. You can see his thumbs on a hinge, so you got that, and it goes pretty far actually. And all his fingers are on a single hinge, so they can go open like that if you want. That's kind of weird looking, but you can open it pretty far. There is no waist swivel, although there's a swivel there. You can't use it. It's all because of how it transforms. All the stuff connects. So you have to like disconnect everything, including the arms, and that doesn't work. He kind of has an ab crunch. You can see like there's multiple systems in place there, but you can kind of ab crunch a bit. It's not a whole lot, but you can do it a little bit. But yeah, so that's something. Hips. You got forward that far and back that far. You have outward like that. And if you go all the way outward, it'll click back into place. So you have to then unclick it. Otherwise, you're doing the combined mode hip, and whoops, that's not right. There you got that going on. You have a thigh swivel right there. Knees can bend a little over 90 degrees. And the feet, there are ankle tilts. This one's got a dedicated joint right here. This one's got another one slightly different. It only goes, well, that far comparatively. You can see, yeah, there's a bit of a difference there. So each foot's slightly different, but they still have a tilt to, good enough tilts for a lot of poses, but one of them is a little bit better than the other. So, yeah, there you go on that front. The articulation almost forgot the other accessory, which is, yeah, the stand here, which, yeah, there's that peg right there. Yeah, that just pegs into his butt right there. Like that. And then, of course, you can bring it in, do all that stuff like that, and get this stuff out of the way. Yeah, you can have him on the stand if you want, like that. So there's that. Get this out of the way. So yeah, that's pretty much most of his accessories and everything. He doesn't really have a whole lot, but you know, he's not bad. He's not bad at all. And just like before, yeah, the sword he comes with also has a smaller tab, so you can hold it. You have to use it in the right hand, but yeah, just like before with the previous sword, that can also be held by any of them. So yeah, there you go. So that's Kaen as a whole. So we're gonna go ahead and do the comparisons, because yeah, we're gonna do that final team lineup. They're finally all here. So Shoki, I might have to move them back even further. We'll see how this works out. Oop. Okay, come on. There we go. Kind of lost that. Here's Kitsue, Yukikaze. Please stay together. Holy crap! Please. Okay, thank you. Here's Suiken, whose feet are really tilted. Don't know what that's going on. Suiken. Move a little bit further. And here's Seizan. Come on, get behind Kaen. There we go. There's the entire team. Yeah, so I'll say this. At the end of all this, I think, again, Kaen is the best one. I would say either Kitsue or Shoki, or probably the other, or they're probably right behind him. Then these two. I know, seeing his chest is slightly collapsed again, but I'm not going to fix it. And then Yukikaze's dead last, because I kind of liked him initially, but yeah, it just got worse and worse over time. Now his legs is barely, you can see the legs are already kind of coming untabbed. But yeah, there's the group. Yep. So that was Kaen's robot mode. That's Kaen's robot mode. So yeah, it's that's one last thing. That's one thing. And then, yeah, of course, there's one last thing to do, which is the combine mode, which so we'll go ahead and do that real quick, and we'll keep talking about them. So there you go. So yep, that is the combine mode for Kaen. It's yeah, so you can tell like these are the hips right here and some of the waist, and yeah, there's a lot of bits. They're just kind of chilling up back here. There's a lot of mass just kind of put to basically a butt pack. Thing is, because of how he's designed, my worry would be like if they try to dedicate more of the mass to like the rest of the robot, like a lot of the stuff is kind of hollow, and that's going to be a lot of weight put onto a bunch of bits, which are like, you know, there's not a lot of plastic there to support that. So that's, I think, the big concern. So that's why you got this sort of thing. I mean, it's kind of odd looking. I mean, yeah, he's going to have a lot, because, you know, that's got to be a lot of a lot of junk in the trunk. You got the gun pods, which are kind of optional. You know, they're kind of upside down, but they're kind of, that's how they're supposed to be. So yeah, you got all that stuff. Yeah, it will work. I think I will tell you right now, it does work. This is actually a fairly solid piece overall. The only thing I sometimes get worried about is this bit right here. Sometimes comes undone a little easily because of the nature of it. But yeah, and of course, yeah. I'll show real quick. Yeah, show real quick the whole connection point. Yeah, so like this part right here. Let's see which one. Yeah. This right here. This right here. You see this tab right here? It's going to go up in a slot way up in there, and yeah. Like that. It goes on very securely, but makes me a little worried at one point that clear plastic going to snap, and then yeah, use this part, and then just goes over this like that, and go like this. Actually goes a little better. Yeah. Double check that, but yeah, kind of goes over like that. Which way is this supposed to actually go? Because it feels like it's not plugging in all the way, regardless of what I do. No, it is. It's just being kind of stubborn. But yeah, that kind of, you can see, yeah, it just, yeah, you can plug on there and all that stuff. This will be very useful later for the full combined mode. But yeah, you can see you can plug on like that, so you can have them displayed in just the crotch mode. But yeah, that's the whole thing. Yeah, that's the combined mode as a whole. Again, the gun pods can be removed. I'll show it in the final combined mode video. But yeah, the gun pods can also be kind of folded away in a way, so that, you know, well, not fold away, but like you fold it up in such a way that, you know, you don't have to worry, you don't really have the guns out. But yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much Kaen as a whole. Yeah, great looking train. Fun transformation, actually. That's the thing. The big thing is the transformation is actually pretty fun, and probably one of the simpler of the six. Great robot. It's a really fun robot. It works well, looks good, it plays well. The only thing is that there's a couple kind of bit of posability. There's a bit of bits of posability which are a little unfortunately hampered by just how he transforms, but it's not too bad. He still looks good and he's fun to play with, and you know, he doesn't want to untab himself constantly. He doesn't want to fall backwards, he doesn't want to untab himself. Nothing feels fragile. So there's that. And the combined mode, you can see what it fit for what it is. It's a piece of the combined mode, and we'll talk about that more in the combined mode video. But yeah, it's definitely like there's a lot of mass just kind of not being used for the actual structure, and it's just all kind of superfluous backpack. So just something there. So as a whole, he's great, I think. He's probably the best of the train bots. And of course, if you're going in on the combined mode, everything, you got the S version. So yeah, the S version I got, it was $165 because I had to go, I couldn't go order from Japan directly. I had to go through a domestic retailer because it's a Takara Mall exclusive. So it cost me $165 for the whole set with everything. So if you want this stand for the combined mode and everything, you're going to have to splurge for that. This guy is actually about, I think from Japan without that is about $100 or so. As I recall correctly, something in the neighborhood of $100. So I think he's worth it. He's, as a standalone, he's actually probably your best bet if you want to get just one of the train bots. But unless you're really into bullet trains or something, I would say Shoki, not Tsukikaze. But yeah, he's just a pretty solid figure overall, and I think he's probably the best way to end the whole train bot line. The train bots is just, this guy's probably the highest, a good high note to end on. So yeah, I recommend him. So that's it for this review. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. Hope you like, comment, subscribe. Check out my social media. It's down in the description and at the end of the video. Check out my Coffee and Patreon. And I shall see you next time with another video review.